Tuya Smart is a global IoT development platform that builds interconnectivity standards to bridge the intelligent needs of brands, OEMs, developers, and retail chains across a broad range of smart devices and industries. Based on the global public cloud, Tuya connects different intelligent scenarios and smart devices by providing hardware development tools, integrating public cloud services, and offering an intelligent business development platform. Tuya provides comprehensive smart empowerment from technology to marketing to foster a neutral, open, and accessible developer ecosystem. The scope of Tuya's business covers the whole chain from smart manufacturing to the application of smart scenes. At the same time, encouraged by the online and offline channel resources of the service providers, integrators, and operators in Tuya's ecosystem, Tuya can help our brand customers to sell smart devices to the entire world. Tuya collaborates closely with Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Apple, and Samsung. Our platform is one of the first that integrates Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, Apple HomeKit, and Samsung SmartThings at the same time. We enable brands to solve product development problems such as high development costs, long development cycles, and technical challenges and roadblocks, so that even companies with zero experience can quickly enter into the IoT space and enhance their product competitiveness. Tuya Smart is a global IoT development platform based on the underlying IoT PaaS-level technical support. We have developed smart business solutions for various industries including apartments, community, residential, commercial lighting, and Tuya self-service. The infrastructure behind our platform includes Cloud Plus Networking Module plus App to enable the rapid development of smart products. Connected by Tuya CPT is a mark of interconnectivity across different brands and categories. Users can easily control any product featuring the CPT label with just one app. By September 30, 2021, the Tuya IoT development platform has served over 446,000 developers from more than 200 countries and regions worldwide. Connected by Tuya has smart-enabled more than 500,000 device SKUs, covering over 100,000 sales channels around the world.
Better insights will bring more value into our lives, make our business and our homes smarter, but it's very important that it's in a secure way. So Tuya will provide it as well. Securing the insights on our daily life will actually protect our privacy for the future.
Tuya really allowed Monster to get into the smart business faster, easier, and cheaper than if we were to do it ourselves. Tuya is not just a smart technology, they are a smart company. By essentially creating an open platform that encourages all brands to work together.
The Tuya team has found a way to create speed and reliability and technology and very specific appliance functionality into an app and a platform that is amazingly scalable, incredibly reliable. It is very flexible.
Tuya Go, an all-encompassing platform providing intelligent products and business solutions, allows brands to select from CPT products and hosting business solutions for vertical industries, providing brands with access to global sales channels. Together, we'll enable a future where life is more comfortable and joyful. Work is more streamlined and efficient. Management is accurate and data-driven. Services are thoughtful and sincere. Security is tangible and reassuring. Cities are prosperous and full of possibilities. Every second the world changes before our eyes. Time flies by faster than we could have imagined. Every idea can open the door to a completely new era. For creation precedes prediction. The possibilities are endless, and we're walking into uncharted territory. We invite you to take this journey with us. Tuya Smart, the global IoT development platform. Tuya Smart is a global IoT development platform that builds interconnectivity standards to bridge the intelligent needs of brands, OEMs, developers, and retail chains across a broad range of smart devices and industries. Based on the global public cloud, Tuya connects different intelligent scenarios and smart devices by providing hardware development tools, integrating public cloud services, and offering an intelligent business development platform. Tuya provides comprehensive smart empowerment from technology to marketing to foster a neutral, open, and accessible developer ecosystem. The scope of Tuya's business covers the whole chain from smart manufacturing to the application of smart scenes. At the same time, encouraged by the online and offline channel resources of the service providers, integrators, and operators in Tuya's ecosystem, Tuya can help our brand customers to sell smart devices to the entire world. Tuya collaborates closely with Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Apple, and Samsung. Our platform is one of the first that integrates Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, Apple HomeKit, and Samsung SmartThings at the same time. We enable brands to solve product development problems such as high development costs, long development cycles, and technical challenges and roadblocks, so that even companies with zero experience can quickly enter into the IoT space and enhance their product competitiveness. Tuya Smart is a global IoT development platform based on the underlying IoT PaaS-level technical support. We have developed smart business solutions for various industries including apartments, community, residential, commercial lighting, and Tuya self-service. The infrastructure behind our platform includes Cloud Plus networking module plus app to enable the rapid development of smart products. Connected by Tuya CPT is a mark of interconnectivity across different brands and categories. Users can easily control any product featuring the CPT label with just one app. By September 30, 2021, the Tuya IoT development platform has served over 446,000 developers from more than 200 countries and regions worldwide. Connected by Tuya has smart-enabled more than 500,000 device SKUs, covering over 100,000 sales channels around the world.
Better insights will bring more value into our lives, make our business and our homes smarter, but it's very important that it's in a secure way. So Tuya will provide it as well. Securing the insights on our daily life will actually protect our privacy for the future.
Tuya really allowed Monster to get into the smart business faster, easier, and cheaper than if we were to do it ourselves. Tuya is not just a smart technology, they are a smart company. By essentially creating an open platform that encourages all brands to work together.
The Tuya team has found a way to create speed and reliability and technology and very specific appliance functionality into an app and a platform that is amazingly scalable, incredibly reliable. It is very flexible.
Tuya Go, an all-encompassing platform providing intelligent products and business solutions, allows brands to select from CPT products and hosting business solutions for vertical industries, providing brands with access to global sales channels. Together, we'll enable a future where life is more comfortable and joyful. Work is more streamlined and efficient. Management is accurate and data-driven. Services are thoughtful and sincere. Security is tangible and reassuring. Cities are prosperous and full of possibilities. Every second the world changes before our eyes. Time flies by faster than we could have imagined. Every idea can open the door to a completely new era. For creation precedes prediction. The possibilities are endless, and we're walking into uncharted territory. We invite you to take this journey with us. Tuya Smart, the global IoT development platform. Tuya Smart is a global IoT development platform that builds interconnectivity standards to bridge the intelligent needs of brands, OEMs, developers, and retail chains across a broad range of smart devices and industries. Based on the global public cloud, Tuya connects different intelligent scenarios and smart devices by providing hardware development tools, integrating public cloud services, and offering an intelligent business development platform. Tuya provides comprehensive smart empowerment from technology to marketing to foster a neutral, open, and accessible developer ecosystem. The scope of Tuya's business covers the whole chain from smart manufacturing to the application of smart scenes. At the same time, encouraged by the online and offline channel resources of the service providers, integrators, and operators in Tuya's ecosystem, Tuya can help our brand customers to sell smart devices to the entire world. Tuya collaborates closely with Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Apple, and Samsung. At the same time, we enable brands to solve product development problems such as high development costs, long development cycles, and technical challenges and roadblocks, so that even companies with zero experience can quickly enter into the IoT space and enhance their product competitiveness. Tuya Smart is a global IoT development platform based on the underlying IoT PaaS-level technical support. We have developed smart business solutions for various industries including apartments, community, residential, commercial lighting, and Tuya self-service. The infrastructure behind our platform includes Cloud Plus Networking Module plus App to enable the rapid development of smart products. Connected by Tuya CPT is a mark of interconnectivity across different brands and categories. Users can easily control any product featuring the CPT label with just one app. By September 30, 2021, the Tuya IoT development platform has served over 446,000 developers from more than 200 countries and regions worldwide. Connected by Tuya has smart-enabled more than 500,000 device SKUs, covering over 100,000 sales channels around the world.
Better insights will bring more value into our lives, make our business and our homes smarter, but it's very important that it's in a secure way. So Tuya will provide it as well. Securing the insights on our daily life will actually protect our privacy for the future.
Tuya really allowed Monster to get into the smart business faster, easier, and cheaper than if we were to do it ourselves. Tuya is not just a smart technology, they are a smart company. By essentially creating an open platform that encourages all brands to work together.
The Tuya team has found a way to create speed and reliability and technology and very specific appliance functionality into an app and a platform that is amazingly scalable, incredibly reliable. It is very flexible.
Tuya Go, an all-encompassing platform providing intelligent products and business solutions, allows brands to select from CPT products and hosting business solutions for vertical industries, providing brands with access to global sales channels. Together, we'll enable a future where life is more comfortable and joyful. Work is more streamlined and efficient. Management is accurate and data-driven. Services are thoughtful and sincere. Security is tangible and reassuring. Cities are prosperous and full of possibilities. Every second the world changes before our eyes. Time flies by faster than we could have imagined. Every idea can open the door to a completely new era. For creation precedes prediction. The possibilities are endless, and we're walking into uncharted territory. We invite you to take this journey with us. Tuya Smart, the global IoT development platform. Tuya Smart is a global IoT development platform that builds interconnectivity standards to bridge the intelligent needs of brands, OEMs, developers, and retail chains across a broad range of smart devices and industries. Based on the global public cloud, Tuya connects different intelligent scenarios and smart devices by providing hardware development tools, integrating public cloud services, and offering an intelligent business development platform. Tuya provides comprehensive smart empowerment from technology to marketing to foster a neutral, open, and accessible developer ecosystem. The scope of Tuya's business covers the whole chain from smart manufacturing to the application of smart scenes. At the same time, encouraged by the online and offline channel resources of the service providers, integrators, and operators in Tuya's ecosystem, Tuya can help our brand customers to sell smart devices to the entire world. Tuya collaborates closely with Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Apple, and Samsung. Our platform is one of the first that integrates Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, Apple HomeKit, and Samsung SmartThings at the same time. We enable brands to solve product development problems such as high development costs, long development cycles, and technical challenges and roadblocks, so that even companies with zero experience can quickly enter into the IoT space and enhance their product competitiveness. Tuya Smart is a global IoT development platform based on the underlying IoT PaaS-level technical support. We have developed smart business solutions for various industries including apartments, community, residential, commercial lighting, and Tuya self-service. The infrastructure behind our platform includes Cloud Plus Networking Module plus App to enable the rapid development of smart products. Connected by Tuya CPT is a mark of interconnectivity across different brands and categories. Users can easily control any product featuring the CPT label with just one app. By September 30, 2021, the Tuya IoT development platform has served over 446,000 developers from more than 200 countries and regions worldwide. Connected by Tuya has smart-enabled more than 500,000 device SKUs, covering over 100,000 sales channels around the world.
Better insights will bring more value into our lives, make our business and our homes smarter, but it's very important that it's in a secure way. So Tuya will provide it as well. Securing the insights on our daily life will actually protect our privacy for the future.
Tuya really allowed Monster to get into the smart business faster, easier, and cheaper than if we were to do it ourselves. Tuya is not just a smart technology, they are a smart company. By essentially creating an open platform that encourages all brands to work together.
The Tuya team has found a way to create speed and reliability and technology and very specific appliance functionality into an app and a platform that is amazingly scalable, incredibly reliable. It is very flexible.
Tuya Go, an all-encompassing platform providing intelligent products and business solutions, allows brands to select from CPT products and hosting business solutions for vertical industries, providing brands with access to global sales channels. Together, we'll enable a future where life is more comfortable and joyful. Work is more streamlined and efficient. Management is accurate and data-driven. Services are thoughtful and sincere. Security is tangible and reassuring. Cities are prosperous and full of possibilities. Every second the world changes before our eyes. Time flies by faster than we could have imagined. Every idea can open the door to a completely new era. For creation precedes prediction. The possibilities are endless, and we're walking into uncharted territory. We invite you to take this journey with us. Tuya Smart, the global IoT development platform. Tuya Smart is a global IoT development platform that builds interconnectivity standards to bridge the intelligent needs of brands, OEMs, developers, and retail chains across a broad range of smart devices and industries. Based on the global public cloud, Tuya connects different intelligent scenarios and smart devices by providing hardware development tools, integrating public cloud services, and offering an intelligent business development platform. Tuya provides comprehensive smart empowerment from technology to marketing to foster a neutral, open, and accessible developer ecosystem. The scope of Tuya's business covers the whole chain from smart manufacturing to the application of smart scenes. At the same time, encouraged by the online and offline channel resources of the service providers, integrators, and operators in Tuya's ecosystem, Tuya can help our brand customers to sell smart devices to the entire world. Tuya collaborates closely with Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Apple, and Samsung. Our platform is one of the first that integrates Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, Apple HomeKit, and Samsung SmartThings at the same time. We enable brands to solve product development problems such as high development costs, long development cycles, and technical challenges and roadblocks, so that even companies with zero experience can quickly enter into the IoT space and enhance their product competitiveness. Tuya Smart is a global IoT development platform based on the underlying IoT post-level technical support. We have developed smart business solutions for various industries including apartments, community, residential, commercial lighting, and Tuya Self to enable the rapid development of smart products. Connected by Tuya CPT is a mark of interconnectivity across different brands and categories. Users can by September 30, 2021. The Tuya IoT development platform has served over 446,000 developers from more than 200 countries and regions worldwide. Connected by Tuya has smart-enabled more than 500,000 device SKUs, covering over 100,000 sales channels around the world.
Better insights will bring more value into our lives, make our business and our homes smarter, but it's very important that it's in a secure way. So Tuya will provide it as well. Securing the insights on our daily life will actually protect our privacy for the future.
Tuya really allowed Monster to get into the smart business faster, easier, and cheaper than if we were to do it ourselves. Tuya is not just a smart technology, they are a smart company. By essentially creating an open platform that encourages all brands to work together.
Very specific appliance functionality into an app and a platform that is amazingly scalable, incredibly reliable. It is very flexible.
Tuya Go, an all-encompassing platform providing intelligent products and business solutions, allows brands to select from CPT products and hosting business solutions for vertical industries, providing brands with access to global sales channels. Together, we'll enable a future where life is more comfortable and joyful. Work is more streamlined and efficient. Management is accurate and data-driven. Services are thoughtful and sincere. Security is tangible and reassuring. Cities are prosperous and full of possibilities. Every second the world changes before our eyes. Time flies by faster than we could have imagined. Every idea can open the door to a completely new era. For creation precedes prediction. The possibilities are endless, and we're walking into uncharted territory. We invite you to take this journey with us. Tuya Smart, the global IoT development platform. Tuya Smart is a global IoT development platform that builds interconnectivity standards to bridge the intelligent needs of brands, OEMs, developers, and retail chains across a broad range of smart devices and industries. Based on the global public cloud, Tuya connects different intelligent scenarios and smart devices by providing hardware development tools, integrating public cloud services, and offering an intelligent business development platform. Tuya provides comprehensive smart empowerment from technology to marketing to foster a neutral, open, and accessible developer ecosystem. The scope of Tuya's business covers the whole chain from smart...
Well, we are actually giving this a live in 1 minute. I see some comments over here and say why we couldn't hear you, and good afternoon to you all. And sure, it's very nice pleasure to see you all today. And we are, actually it's already 4 o'clock.
Sure guys, so before we get started, let's just make sure for a second that there's no issues with sound or anything. I know there's normally some technical difficulties from experience that normally come up with these. So guys, if you have any problems at the moment listening or hearing to us, just let us know in the group so we can fix that before we start. So I'll give you guys 30 seconds, just in case. If everything's all good, also feel free to let us know.
All right, why don't we just get started?
Sure, we'll give it a couple seconds, Samantha. Just wait for them to let us know. It seems that there's no problems, so I think we'll get started. Sure, I think we're all good. So, okay guys, let's begin with today's show. So guys, my name is Dylan Sutton and I am the International Growth Manager for Tuya's Hospitality and Residential Solutions. However, today I'm working here with Samantha, our lovely expert smart lock expert, and who's going to be introducing today all around this whole amazing topic of smart locks and smart access control.
Well, hi everyone, this is Samantha from Tuya Expo International Operating Department. I'll be here today with Dylan and walk you through all the content.
Sure, and then again later on with us we're going to have the amazing Nick and Samantha who are joining us from Tenon, one of our leading smart lock suppliers, and they're going to give some really interesting insight around the specific products and use cases they have going on over there.
Let's get started with the first slide.
Sure.
Well, Dylan, why don't you just tell us a little bit about Tuya Smart in general?
Sure, so Tuya Smart is a global IoT development platform that builds interconnectivity standards to bridge the intelligent needs of brands, OEMs, developers and retail chains across a broad range of smart devices and industries. Based on our global public cloud, Tuya connects different intelligent scenarios and smart devices through providing hardware development tools, integrating public cloud services, and offering an intelligent business development platform.
Well, that's about Tuya Smart. So what exactly is Tuya Expo?
Sure, so Expo, or expo.tuya.com, if you guys want to check, is a dedicated platform focusing specifically on smart IoT devices that offers over 500,000 separate SKUs from a range of suppliers and categories worldwide that are all ready to be OEM manufactured and incorporated into your business. And most importantly, all of the products on Expo are connected and controllable via one app. We pride ourselves on our ability to create a platform that connects continually expanding ranges of hardware and verified smart devices and suppliers who are all able to provide a consistent supply of high quality smart products to smart businesses worldwide.
Well, today is the very first live event of PSG webinar series. Let's do a short introduction of this one.
Yeah, sure guys. So first of all, welcome to the first of our PSG webinar series, and we're really glad to have you here. So here's a little bit about what's going to be coming up over the next few months. So the PSG webinar series is our latest set of live webinars from the team here at Tuya Expo. Over the course of this series, we'll bring together over 300 IoT experts from a range of sectors, from locks to lighting, healthcare, hotels, and much, much more, to provide unique insights to various product categories and their potential for making a positive impact when it comes to building your business. So today's show, as you know, will be focusing specifically on smart access and smart locks, but please do be sure to stick around as there's plenty more to come.
Well, 300 IoT experts, that's a lot of people. And live room benefits are here. If you can see from the group chat, you can click on the link to fill in your information and download the list of popular products recommended during our event. And moving on to the next slide.
Yeah, so if we take a look at the slide here, here's an overview of the ever-expanding range of over 1,100 smart device categories that we have here at Tuya. And all, as we mentioned, are smart and connected to Tuya's IoT platform and therefore controllable through that one app. We aim to provide transparency and traceability, so we encourage you to please make use of the PID available to track device activation in order to gauge what we call a true sales volume and deliver more accurate decision making when building your products.
Well, this is actually a live webinar, so we are just randomly asking you questions. What type of smart door lock do you like the most? There should be a poll coming up in the group chat. Just leave up a message or vote for the ones that you like the most.
Yeah, sure guys, so that's going to be one of the first of the questions, and we are going to be posing questions to the group today. So the first one, as Samantha just mentioned, what's your favourite type of smart lock? Feel free to punch that in the group there, and me and Samantha will be keeping an eye on all of the questions today. But yeah, we'll have a team in the background which we'll touch on in a second.
Yeah.
So then let's move on. So, and here's a look at the end product for us, and these are some of the 5,000 plus connected by Tuya IoT brands worldwide who have utilized Expo to build their smart product range. In the smart lock sector, we have worked with 90% of the leading lock brands, including Siemens, Hampton, Orkey, and Alpha Comex, in supporting them throughout their product sourcing and development. So guys, I don't like to use the word rules, but we do have a few small sets of them here today. So a quick note on the processes for today's webinar and how you guys can get involved and be interactive with us as we go forwards. So you as the audience sadly will be automatically muted and will have cameras turned off throughout today's webinar. However, you will still be able to talk and ask questions in that chat box throughout the webinar, as we do have a team here of experts at hand surrounding us. Sadly, you can't see them on the camera today, and they'll be there to answer your questions as we go. Also, all of the product catalog will be available and sent directly to all of you guys with today's 20 different smart locks. However, for you today, we do also have some limited discounts available for the purchase of both individual samples and purchases. So be sure to stick around because those discounts and the samples are going to be really, really worth sticking for.
Well, just a reminder of all the exclusive rights. The first one will be selected catalog and available upon the webinar, and the second one will be us and including all the experts sitting around us answer all your questions online. And the third one is mentioned limited exclusive discount up to 70% off. But you know what, Dylan? I heard that some of the samples are free today.
We have free samples, well.
Wow.
Okay, so let's move on anyway.
Well, the agenda. So on today's show, we are going to be taking a detailed look at the smart lock market, as well as the different use cases and categories. Before a full rundown and analysis of 20 different smart locks we have with us here today. On top of that, we will also have some expert input from the team at Tenon. Additionally, besides focusing specifically on the product, we'll also explain a bit more about how exactly you can work with Tuya to fully build and enhance your smart business, as well as a brief look at our smart residential solution. So for the mass management of smart rental properties, without further ado, let's just dive in.
Sure. So over the next 10 minutes, we're going to take a run through of some of the key differentiators between various different types of smart locks and how to choose the right lock for your business. Additionally, we'll have a look at the various smart lock markets worldwide and how some of the differences you will need to understand and adapt to in order to be successful across international markets. I personally will be running through some of the core basics of smart locks. So for those of you who are already familiar with smart locks in the market, please do bear with as we will be moving on and covering more topics. So, generally speaking, smart locks are a core device when it comes to operating a smart home, office, or residential property. They allow for a significantly increased degree of control and traceability of property access through the ability to open and close doors remotely and seamlessly grant access to a range of visitors with access methods ranging depending on the different type of smart lock that you choose. However, the most common do tend to be accessed via the app, a passcode, or some form of biometrics such as fingerprints, which we'll look at today. A key differentiator when building your solution is the protocol on which the lock is running on. Generally, the most common would be Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, as well as Z-Wave or Zigbee. However, these can all be similarly operated in the end. However, users whichever benefits they and advantages they choose. For example, Bluetooth, when we look at that one, is a great one for saving the lock's battery due to its low power consumption. It also doesn't require an internet connection to work. However, users will also be able to open the door if they're within range of the lock. And unless a Bluetooth gateway is corrected, they will only be able to open the door when they're standing within range of that lock. So then we look at Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi locks are great as they can offer an increased degree of control over the lock, as they can be opened remotely and passwords can be issued. Wi-Fi also makes it possible to connect to the internet and integrate your smart locks with hands-free devices such as Alexa or Google Assistant. And yes, you can do all of this without a hub in a Wi-Fi built-in smart lock. But Wi-Fi locks may not be the best desired lock for your terms in terms of battery life. The batteries do drain much faster than those Bluetooth or Z-Wave smart locks, though you can extend the battery life by using lithium batteries instead of those regular alkaline ones, even though you may not have a long battery lasting life as the other smart locks that we have. And then we move on to those Zigbee or Z-Wave locks. So while you can connect to your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi locks directly to your smartphone, the reverse is the case for these ones. Zigbee or Z-Wave locks do not connect directly to the phone, but they run through a compatible smart hub, which will have to be within a certain range of your locks depending on the protocol. However, if you don't mind hubs, then these are both fantastic protocols for their ability to control multiple devices and different types of IoT hardware all from one place. So when we take a look at some of the locks shown on screen here, you can notice certain differences in the design for certain circumstances. And at Tuya here, we do try to cover the full range, so you have a lock available for every type of door and every type of business. One common feature we can see on the locks, such as the hotel lock here, is the keypad, which allows the owner of the lock to remotely issue limited one-time passwords to guests, making them great for managing places like hotels and apartments. Additionally, you can see on the glass door lock and the smart door lock cylinder that there is also a pad for fingerprint recognition, which makes it for more compatible access for a fully complete smart control solution in buildings that might need that extra degree of security. Then finally, we look into more specific and fit-for-purpose locks, such as those lock boxes and padlocks here, as well as the gun box at the bottom of the screen, which are great for managing businesses such as self-storage or short-term rental properties for a low cost due to the fact there is that little to no installation required, which we're going to touch on a bit later today.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt. That's a lot of information. Moving on to the next slide. So here we can see a brief overview of the continuously positive signs we are seeing from the growth of the smart lock worldwide. Would you like to walk through us on the charts?
Sure. So the figures for that increased exponential growth, change the slide. The figures for that increased exponential growth we're seeing over the coming years are largely driven by an increasing number of providers being able to deliver comprehensive enterprise smart lock solutions for those property managers, such as in hotels or apartments. This is due to the fact that with increasing numbers of people moving into properties with pre-installed smart locks, we will see increased familiarity with these devices and therefore increased demand due to smart locks and all of their control turning from a nice perk into an expected amenity in every home. We can also expect that as we have more connected enterprise IoT solutions, smart locks will continue to grow alongside other smart security devices such as community cameras or sensors as parts of varying property management platforms delivering full smart home ranges. So additionally, we can see from the chart on the left that the North American market has consistently been the largest, followed by Europe. However, that Asia Pacific market is expected to see the largest compound annual growth in the coming years. So now let's move slides and check a look at one of the core differences between these regions and why, especially in the Asian market, we're looking for a bit of growth. So as we did mention, that North American market has continually captured the largest market share and is expected to grow and remain dominant in the coming years. This can be primarily attributed to the relatively high technology and smart technology adoption across the board, as well as the rising penetration of smart homes across the US. The high spending potential of US consumers, coupled with the rising security home concerns, have led to comparatively favorable environments for that smart lock adoption. The Asia Pacific is of course strongly anticipated to emerge though as the fastest growing region in the market. That significant growth rate can be largely attributed to significant increase in the number of residential and commercial properties that are installing smart locks, as well as the ongoing smart city initiatives in developing countries such as India or Singapore. Additionally, smart home penetration, particularly in East and Southeast Asian markets, has been showing strong promise, which consequently is playing a crucial role in spreading household awareness of the benefits of smart tech. However, differing regulatory environments from country to country have made it a bit more difficult for manufacturers to develop that one-size-fits-all product that is able to achieve mass adoption, compared to those perhaps in the North American markets. And then finally, as for the European market, we have seen it finally beginning to take off as we'd have hoped over the past few years, and it's been driven largely by consumers looking for operational efficiencies or that increased security, rather than making that everyday life more convenient factor. Some of the largest challenges to growth in that European market are similar to what we just said in the Asia Pacific, in that there are no country-specific regulations and it differs from place to place. So only those few players with the manufacturing flexibility and cash perhaps on hand to develop a wide range of products to fit each market are showing the really strongest growth here. Additionally, European consumers have consistently showed those really strong concerns over the information security of smart lock systems relative to just keeping their old traditional locks. So this is something you will need to keep an eye on. However, it has been to be shown to be less worried about in the younger generations. So, do we have any comments, anyone?
Well, we do. Actually, client Z just said they have already inquired some of our product and want to get our catalog. For sure, just message our assistant individually and we'll send you the catalog link right away. Or you can just click on the link in the group chat.
And then, hi Romy, thank you for that. DM the requirement for being the buyer, please. Sure, we will send our support team to get on that. So guys, just send over the requirements of being the buyers, please. Thanks. We can cooperate with your country and leave your contact.
Well, that's our assistant.
Sure, that's all our assistants. Okay, thank you, Romy. We're going to move on now. So guys, if you have any more questions, we do have those assistants ready there waiting for you. So now here we can see some of the core enterprises that have shown the largest adoption of smart locks in recent years. Of all of these, residential properties have been that largest enterprise level driver for smart lock growth, with multifamily providers installing large numbers of smart locks across their residential units and installing platforms, usually in the range of SaaS models, to control the locks on a mass scale. This has driven true value across property management worldwide, as managers can now expect significant access control improvements when they are able to manage all doors and their access records from a single phone or laptop, instead of having to physically issue keys all the time to their residents. Now, instead of having to constantly have staff present to support residents for lost keys or letting visitors into the building, this can now all be controlled from a central platform by off-premise property managers who may well manage 2 or 3 buildings at one time. Besides residential properties, hotels and short-term rentals have also seen significantly increased adoption of smart locks throughout the past 2 years, largely down to the pandemic pushing for that increased demand of contactless check-in. So more and more hospitality and short-term rentals are looking to introduce that contactless check-in to allow for guests to safely enter and exit the property with, sadly, that minimal level of human contact. We are seeing good smart lock penetration in hotels globally due to the already widespread use of those RFID-enabled card locks. So therefore, in the coming years, we can expect that hotels will be adopting more complete smart hotel solutions with increased device control beyond the locks, both inside the guest rooms and in the common areas. However, that smart lock will always remain the first point of entry for those shifting to the smart hotel.
Well, I know you are an expert in smart residential, but it's actually my first time listening to all this huge content of yours. So why don't you just go ahead and introduce some of your own understanding about the residential here?
Yeah, sure guys, so I'm really excited and happy to introduce to you today, because as I mentioned at the start, my focus here at Tuya is on our smart residential products. So let me introduce a little bit more about that. So Tuya's smart residential solution, you may remember, is what we spoke about right at the start and what we're going to be building on today. So smart locks often acts as an entry point for both the smart home and property owners alike. However, given the increased need for a more complete platform for smart IoT-based property management, we've developed Tuya Residential to go beyond just lock management and provide a range of smart device control for both residents and managers that covers 4 key interconnected modules. So what are those? The first is access control, which, we're talking about that today, so I won't go into too much detail. The second is asset protection. So that is the management of a range of smart sensors, such as those for water leaks or fires or floods, that are designed to help you protect your property. Then smart home. This is how we drive property value through providing those ready-made smart homes for residents to move into and increase that resident attraction. And then finally, community management. So this is how we have one app for all the residents to handle all of their needs and a platform for managers to look after various properties across their portfolio around the world.
Just in case some of you fold your chat box, just unfold it because we are sending a lot of comments and links in the group chat. So how exactly do we deliver all the things you mentioned about?
Yeah, sure. So those were kind of the key points we touched on there, but how exactly do we deliver this? And I guess for you as a business looking to incorporate it, what are you purchasing? So firstly, we run a SaaS model. We have built an integrated software and hardware platform designed for the comprehensive management of smart residential properties. And that SaaS model comes with 3 software products. The first being the web platform. So that's a central control hub for managers to monitor and control their properties and all incorporated smart devices. Secondly, there is the Smart Residence app, and you can actually download that today and try it out. So when residents move into those ready-made smart homes, managers can provide them with a login account for the app, and they can get started with smart device control right away, being able to customize their own scenes and install a range of Tuya-based smart devices to customize their homes. And then finally, the final software product we provide there is the Tuya Smart Construction app, and that is a mobile tool for installers to use when completing the mass installation of a number of smart units. Then, besides the SaaS model, we also do run a PaaS model. So if you already have built some kind of software or your own software deck and want to rapidly scale smart device control into your platform, we're here to support you with a carefully curated range of API and SDK tools, as well as combined with the ability to select from Tuya's vast array of smart device SKUs to have the full customization and ownership over your smart property management solution.
Well, I'm sure some of you have already seen some existing smart apartment players in the market offering similar solutions, mostly in the United States. So maybe you will be wondering what's the difference. Dylan, would you like to enlighten us?
Yeah, sure. So there's definitely a few players around in the market at the moment, and they are doing some really, really strong work. But I think there's a core difference that might be a little bit tough to understand between them and us. There are a number of advantages that we do offer. However, the core difference in that is that with the majority of those, and the majority of everything we do here at Tuya, our smart residential platform is also focused as largely a B2B solution provider. And by that, I mean, although we can deliver solutions directly to those property managers, we see greater value in making the smart technology as widely accessible as possible through aiming to increase the number of smart solution providers worldwide. That's why we have designed the whole SaaS platform from software to hardware with the ability to be white labeled, so that it can be rebranded and sold as your own business solution to your property manager or developer clients. Then we take that one step further with PaaS, whereby we've built the IoT platform so that you guys don't have to. So those software companies such as property management software or systems integrators looking to utilize our IoT platform and hardware to bolster out their own smart tech offering at a fraction of the price now can do so. So we'll take another look at the smart residential platform a little bit later in today's webinar, but if you'd like a practical run through of how this all works or looks, or just want to find out more, you are more than welcome to book a meeting with myself or my brilliant team, and we'll be glad to show you how all of this runs. To book the meeting, please click the link, and we put it in the chat, and then to book the meeting, just use that please guys, and I'll be glad to chat to you.
I already seen your link a couple times, just in case you get overbooked.
Okay, sure. Keep booking, guys. I don't mind being overbooked. Okay, so now back to smart locks. So let's move on to the main section of today's show, the smart lock review. And just a reminder, we do have our smart lock experts ready in the group. So if you do have any questions as we go, do not hesitate to ask, and I will try to answer all of your questions as we go as well. But if I can't answer your questions, guys, please, we do have that fantastic team ready to help you. And we have our first few locks coming here. So, as we can see on the screen, we have these, and let's get started.
Excited, right? We said we have 20 products recommended today, and here come the first three.
Yeah, so we got some work to do here, don't we?
What about we start with this one?
Yeah, sure. So guys, as we break through all of these smart locks today, like we said, we have those 20. We are going to try and separate them as we can into different sections. Each section will be separated by a supplier or a company partner that we do have here at Tuya. So today we're going to have the first one here, which is EU, and they're providing us with 3 different types of smart locks today. The first one we're going to look at is the R250 model, which is this one here. So let's take a quick zoom in on that.
Well, Dylan, do you want to tell me your overall view of this smart door lock?
Sure. So when I look at this, the first thing I'm noticing is that it's a really noticeably slim design, and it's slightly unconventional compared to some of the locks you may have seen before and the ones we're going to look at today. I think the most notable thing besides that design is how easy that's going to be to install, and that looks really, really simple actually.
Well, you do have really good eyes, because I heard from the manufacturer that this actually won the 2019 Red Dot Award, which is very outstanding in the designing world. And this is all designed in one piece. I guess that's one of the reasons why this won the award. And
let's take a look. Oh, actually,
sure.
When I'm looking at this as well, because I've seen a lot of these similar locks, we actually use them in our offices here at Tuya, or at least a similar model. So for me, I don't know if I'd use it personally on my front door, but I think I'd really like to use it perhaps on a back door, or more importantly inside, My question that I'm not too sure on, Samantha, you might know, is that can we use this lock on outdoors or outside doors, or is it only for indoor ones?
That's a really good question, guys. So this one can be used both indoor and outdoor, especially when you have a big yard and the back door of a yard, you put something like this, and nobody gonna know this is smart door lock until you put your fingerprint, like mine, until you put your fingerprint over here, the light gonna light up, and you can unlock it. We can check again with the assistant. Would you like to try your own fingerprint over here? Or try to remotely open this. And as a shape, it's actually very easy to install personally as well.
Let me get this open. There we go.
All right.
Always technical difficulties.
Maybe my finger is a little bit white. I should have wiped it before this. So it's actually very, very easy. I put together this one with our assistant the other day. It only took me 3.5 minutes for myself. I'm a newbie apparently. So well, if you are worried about that, no, don't need to, and your customer wouldn't worry about that too. So what's the downside for this one, if there's any, can you think of?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I'm seeing on the downsides, I mean, especially when we're comparing it next to these other locks that we have here, is that there's obviously no keypad on this one. And for me, when I'm running those smart residential solution, that's really critical because I want to use the ability of having that keypad to issue those temporary one-time passwords, for example, to my maintenance staff or cleaners to come in. So I think that's definitely a downside. And I mean, what kind of opening methods could we use with this? We have the fingerprint, we can use the app to get into there. But yeah, there's no password we can issue, which is probably a bit of a problem.
And the IC card as well, which is
card
hiding over here, right? And so this is our very first sample introduced, and EU as a manufacturer give this as a free sample if you order right today with our live webinar. The only thing you are paying is $50 shipping cost. So if you want, just order it directly. Is there a key? Yes, there is a key. So this is actually hidden. Can you see it here? This is actually hidden over here. So if you unscrew it, Steven, that's to your answer. Is there a key? Yes. If you unscrew it from the back, then you can you can open this lock with a mechanical key.
Sure. Thank you for the questions, guys, and we'll keep those coming as well. So let's move on to the next one. So here we have what is called the 8-in-1 smart lock, also coming from EU here. So let's take a look through this. I mean, the first thing I'm noticing as well, it's a slightly different design, but the number one thing I'm seeing already when I look at the front of this and on the top is that there's many more opening methods, which I'm actually really liking for me, running those smart residential solutions. So do you know how many opening methods we may have with this one?
Well, I can remember a couple: the IC card for sure, and the password, fingerprint, mechanical key, temporary password, and Tuya Smart app for sure. And I remember we saved your fingerprint on this one.
Sure.
You want to try it?
Yeah, let's take a look. There we go. That's open for me there.
That easy.
That was quick, actually.
Yeah, and again, this one is free sample with $50 shipping cost only. So if you want to order both of them right away, and then you are saving your shipping costs on this.
That is really cheap, guys, so please do get involved. I mean, this one to me is a really fantastic lock, just because that wide range of functionality we're offering. And I think with this one I've seen before, they have what is called a stay unlocked mode. So if you're leaving the house for a little while, you want to leave the door on the latch, you can actually do that as well. We won't demonstrate today, but you can follow up with the team and they can explain a little bit more about how that runs. So should we move on?
Well, just one more thing
Sure.
if we want to mention here, even though this is made of glass, this can actually fit on both wooden and metal doors.
Oh, fantastic.
Well, let's move on to the next. And that one is hanging right here, if you didn't notice.
Yeah, sure. So we can see this model here. The first thing we're going to look at this and see that it's not actually what we call a smart lock, in that we do still have the normal hand lock on the door here. So what do we call this? This is a smart lock box. This one is made of aluminium alloy, and the main thing we're using this for is for those people who don't really want to replace their existing lock set and they still want to use a mechanical key. So all I can do is essentially the same way you would when you were younger. You used to put the key under the rock. You can put it in here, and this is a much safer and smarter way to do it. So for me, when I use these smart lock boxes, and I've seen them in a residential setting, the number one benefit really is that super simple XMAM installation, that you can see here. It's literally just attached right onto the door lock. However, at the same time, I do meet people who don't want to make it that obvious. They see the main perk of having these lock boxes is that they can kind of hide it. So this bit can actually be taken off as well, and you can drill it to a wall, or you can hide it somewhere that's a bit safer and out of the way.
Well, safety then. You told me that once about your neighborhood where you grew up, the kids used to run around and try to smash it, hammer it, and spray it. And this one actually looked very safe. If you guys are familiar with the old version, the old version was relatively smaller, and this one recently got upgraded with two big things. The first one, it has actually a large room, which you can fit more things inside, like a dozen of keys, mechanical keys, and maybe even your car key.
Sure.
And that's the first one. The second thing is the keyboard. Originally, it was 0 to 6, so it was a very limited line over here. And now it's a full keypad. It's 0 to 10, to 9. I'm sorry, just the combination over there. So this is particularly popular in the EU and Japan. It definitely supports sailing in all the areas like North American, South American, European, and South Korea, Southeast China, for all the countries that you can mention, the mainland China as well. So if you want to order it together, still it's from the same manufacturer. And click on the link in our group chat. The R25 Plus apply. Andy, thank you for messaging us in the webinar. So what about, we do have another version, right?
Yeah, guys, just one thing before I move on is that we have two similar models here, as you can see. So the main difference we have with this one here is that we do have that fingerprint recognition on the front. I don't think I registered with this one. Oh, I have. So we can go. You can see we opened that right there. So the main difference really we're going to have with the next model is that we don't have that fingerprint recognition. My advice for you guys is that there are differing kind of attitudes, let's say, towards biometrics worldwide. So if you're focusing particularly on markets such as Europe, or specifically places like Germany, who can be a bit more sensitive to their biometric and fingerprint recognition, that's the thing to consider. And how necessary is it really for you guys to have that? I mean, if you're issuing this password out to people who are visiting for one time, they're not really needed to come and open that with their fingerprint. But if you're a regular user of it, it could be a nice feature.
Very nice. Have you already tried the remote opening?
No, I haven't actually.
We can interact with our assistant here, even though you guys can't see. Well, assistant, please open the door. The lock, not the door. Is it open?
Here we go.
There we see.
So you guys can't see it, but what we have here is our expert smart lock assistant, and he's done a remote unlock there. So he's used his phone using the Tuya smart app to unlock that for me, and he can do that from around the world.
All right, moving on to the next.
Let's take a look at this one. So this is now the next supplier here, and this is coming from a brilliant company called Bosna, who are one of our leading smart lock suppliers. So let's take a look at this quickly. You got that on the screen? Perfect. So the main thing I'm noticing with this lock is how easy that's going to be to install. And from that particular camera angle, I don't think you guys can realize how easy that will be. So let me turn it for you, see if you guys can see that there. So what we call this is a stick-on lock or a lock sticker, and essentially there is no need for you to remove your existing door lock. The way this works is that these locks go straight on top of it, therefore it's really super simple installation. So what this is really good for are those people who are using or living in rental properties and aren't perhaps able to change the lock, or for those people who just want to have a quick entry to using Smart Life and they don't really want to make a big first investment. This is a really, really strong way to go. So from my understanding, we can see here that compared to the other locks we'll look at today, the password entering isn't actually on the lock here. We put it on the side. So people have differing opinions. Would you prefer for the password control to be directly on the door lock, or would you prefer it to be in a bit more, say, on the side or in a bit more of a hidden place? So any opinion, guys, do let us know.
Is that kind of DIY or should be installed by a skilled person? No, definitely no. Did you hear me? Me as a newbie, it only took me 3.5 minutes to install one of this smart door lock. Some of them may require, but for all the ones, the 4 smart door lock that we displayed so far, no need for skilled guys.
Yeah, so that's kind of the speciality of the ones we've hit on the first few. You'll see that a bit clearer when we go later on in today's show and see those that do require a degree in installation, and you're going to see why. But these ones are all designed for that case, that to get those people that you can easily ship it, and that person who buys the product can simply install it.
Is it only us? The voice is really low.
Okay, thanks Nick, and we appreciate you taking the time to join us today. So my question to you guys is, what kind of locks have you got for us today? Well, great, thanks for that, Nick. That's a lot of functions coming with the A7X there, I must say. So guys, do be sure to pay attention, ask these guys any questions. So Nick, please could you introduce in detail the comparison between Tenon's facial recognition smart locks, the A7X, and other brands? Awesome. So, question for you guys, which markets do you recommend the A7X for, and who does it suit? Brilliant. Thank you so much. And then, so the A7X is obviously a really attractive model, but Nick or Lisa, do you have any other smart locks for us today? Great, so Tenon's Golden Star lock. So Lisa, how many unlocking methods does it support, and what are the main functions? Great guys, thank you so much, and thank you for the wonderful presentation. So today in the PSG exclusive offers, we can offer online. If you order the samples from Tenon, you can get the special prices of up to 70% off, or you will get extra 10 pieces if you make an OEM order of over 300 locks. So if you are interested in Tenon's A7X or the A2 model, please do click the Tenon Tuya shop now, guys. I think we have the team on hand answering some of your questions, and it's a great job there, team. And guys, keep the questions coming. They will always be there to support. So I'll try and touch as many as I can, but we do need to keep moving on.
All right, if there is any information that you didn't hear clearly or the voice is a little bit lower, just message us for the details that you miss out, or you can click on the link to see all the detailed information in the product page.
Sure. So let's move on, guys. Let's get rid of this one. And bring on our next range of suppliers here. So what we're bringing on here now are the locks that we have from this fantastic supplier, Smartech. So let's just take a quick look at this one. I mean, like we spoke about earlier, of those more unconventional locks we had, we're now moving into what we see as those more, let's say, traditional smart locks with a bit of a larger look to it, and also the lever we have on here. So let's take a look, and what can we see with this one?
Well, can you tell that the handler is actually to the lower range of the lock itself? Mm-hmm. Do you like it? I was told by the manufacturer this is designed for international use, universal way that people would prefer it.
I see. So you did mention this to me earlier on, Samantha, and from my understanding, guys, that this has been designed for what we call the international market to suit worldwide, and the reason for that is because they put this lever a bit lower down. So I'd like to see your opinions in the group, guys. Do you think that makes any difference to you, having the lever or not, and the place of the lever, or not really? So guys, let us know in the comments.
And what are the compatible lock body to this one?
So from what I can see, this lock is compatible with the 6050, the 5572, and 6085, both for single latch as well.
Well, you can measure your lock body and see if they fit that one as well. You can always message us for the type of lock you have in-house. And I heard from the manufacturer that they do the self-develop in their own manufacturer. So it is designed, produced, and full quality control and flexible delivery time. So if you place the order right now, request a sample first, right? So get the sample first, and then you can arrange the delivery time per your request. And the stainless steel lock body is very sturdy and durable, as we can tell. And the lock body motor is tested and assembled in-house to ensure the quality from the source. So the logo customization and package OEM are supported, but this one is for indoors only, not for outdoors, not for the rainy situations.
So it's just an indoor lock. Okay, I see.
So Dylan, do you remember how much this one costs with the Smartech?
This one, wasn't this one the one with the free samples and free shipping? Wow. Okay, guys, so this lock here, it is free sample and free shipping. So if you need to test this lock, it is free for you guys to have today. So it's going to be free for the first 5 units up to every 200 units ordered within the next month. So guys, what have you got to lose by trying this one out? Please, guys, give it a go. Smartech will be really happy to bring you guys on board.
Yeah, we are not selling it online. We're not the e-commerce of business, but to the business, still the same way. If you're looking for something, just request a sample right now. And let's move on to the next slide.
Sure.
Oh, this is similar. You want to review that first?
Yes. So, guys, we're now coming back to something similar to what we had earlier, is that key box again. The first difference I'm feeling with this one, perhaps compared to that first one, is that this one feels considerably more durable, I must say. It feels very heavy duty as a smart key box, I must say.
Well, there is no need to push your keys under the carpet or anywhere around, like when you told me about your neighborhood.
Yeah. So again, guys, just the kind of general point that we have with these smart lock boxes is more about that convenience, right? And also not having to make that full installation. So it's actually really good, like we spoke about earlier, for those businesses where you still are always going to have that mechanical key because they haven't gone smart. I know a few people who rent boats, and boats, for example, are still mostly using those mechanical keys. They haven't switched so much to smart ones yet. So those are really good for that. It's just a smart way to control those mechanical keys, basically. So can we open this one up?
For sure. And for your information, this one compared to the EU version, well, this one is set for British version.
Oh, it's the British market.
Really?
Okay.
Does it fit into your taste?
Well, being a Brit, I guess myself, I'd say so.
Well, let's open it from here. So this is easily opened, and you can see there's large storage room inside, and we actually try to put these mechanical keys inside and lock it up. And another thing I want to show you guys is how to get rid of this handle on the top of it, so you can take off your, if we zoom in, there is a press button over here, and it's very easy. Just press it and take it off. It's that easy.
So guys, what that means for you guys is that if you want to keep the handle on it, generally we'll use that to put and attach it to your existing door lock. However, when you can take it off, you can normally put it on the side of a wall. I'm sure some of you have stayed at Airbnbs before, where you may see a whole row of these different smart lock boxes to manage the whole building with, and it's not too uncommon. And we're also focusing on actually installing these with our smart residential solutions. So if you're interested in those, please do get in touch.
Well, so even though we introduced so much about this smart door box, after all, security is what people care about the most, right? Especially a customer. It is rust resistant. So the factory actually did in-house spray tests for more than 200 hours, and it's corrosion resistant and humidity resistant. It is sturdy and reliable, and it's made of high strength of zinc alloy and heavy duty steel, which can protect the box from hammering, sawing, and all the things that you guys do when you are in when you were young. So how much does it cost?
Sure, so for this one I can see that we have free samples, but the shipping is not included, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, sure. And then it's 5 units for every 200 ordered within 1 month, guys. So get on board with it, guys. It's still going to be really, really cheap for you, and why not test it out and see if it's the right fit for your business.
Well, we didn't manage to have all the sample delivered to our live room today, so there are 3 more things that we want to introduce to you guys. Dylan, why don't you just go ahead and introduce?
So guys, for these next 3, I'm just going to flick through the slides and let you have a look. If you do have specific questions regarding those, is that sadly we don't have the samples with us today, so hit up our team in the group, and they'll be able to support you in asking any questions you may have regarding these. So we have the Smart Tuya fingerprint latch bolt lock, so the A290 here from Smartech. We had the Smart Digital Keypad Deadbolt Lock, which is the A220, and then finally is the Wi-Fi Pro Fingerprint Smart Lock, also from Smartech. So guys, if you want to get those samples or have any questions, do just post them in the group, and our support team will be in touch. So now let's get back onto the samples that we do have. So Samantha, can you bring it over, please?
Yes, I'm doing the heavy duty over here.
Good work. Okay, cool. So here we have the Wi-Fi 5-in-1 Unlock Anti-Peeping Lock. So let's just take a quick look at this one. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing here, this is the largest lock we're having today. Some people like it bigger, some like it not. Then I look and I see the biggest first impression I'm getting, if we can zoom in on the front, is the really nice stylish actually finish we're getting on this one as well. This just look a bit more, let's say, high level and high quality perhaps compared to some of the others, just because of that glossy finish we have on here.
And that glossy finish is called IML processing, and that is the same thing with the Samsung screen. So it's actually the same thing that when you look at your phone. And for girls, especially for this one, I can just use it as a mirror to do my lipstick.
So then I can kind of see that because of that and the quality that's being used here, that the price might be slightly higher because of that material and the finish. But from what I can see when I use this lever, it's definitely feeling durable. Like it's a much stronger feeling lever. Some of them do sometimes with the smart lock feel a bit loose. This to me feels like it could last me quite a long time.
Well, this one is durable, as you mentioned. It supports opening this up 10 times a day, and it definitely lasts for more than a year. And generally speaking, after half a year of use, the quality of this one will be prominent, and the handler will not sink. So the after-sales problem will be relatively fewer. And do we want to interact with our assistant again and maybe issue the temporary password for us?
Can we get a temporary password here?
And if you do ask me what's the downside for this one, for all the fancy things that we mentioned, there are 2 things that we don't support. Well, let's try this temporary password first.
Sure, guys. So we can see we've just been issued a temporary password here. Sorry, Samantha, to butt in. We can come back to the downsides in a minute. Let's do the good ones first. So let's have a look. We have the password here that I've just been issued. That is 14756. 8, 2, 4. Let's get in. There we go. That's unlocked first there.
Wow, smooth and easy, isn't it? This one, the discipline board is broken. Maybe we tried it too many times. Well, so the two disadvantages, I'm not sure if those are disadvantages and the things people really need. The first one is this doesn't support the voice control.
Okay.
Would you like to sit in your couch and say, hey, Siri, open this door for me? No, I would never do that, my personally.
Yeah, for me, when I use my smart devices at home, I don't think I've ever used voice to control my front door, but there are cases in which people want to do it. So guys, again, love to see your opinions in the group, and if you think you'd like to use voice or not when controlling a smart lock, do just let us know in those comments.
Well, there should be a vote coming up. It's very easy, just click on yes or no and things for that. And secondly, was the thing that this one doesn't support is waterproof, and this one is for indoors only. So if you live in Texas and the hurricanes always come, just don't use this one. I'm joking, guys. So you can definitely do the OEM with the factory for the different industries. And how this one is fingerprint, right? We never introduced the sample cost for fingerprint. I heard they're quite expensive and very qualified.
So is this going to be a more expensive lock then, I guess, is the main question?
Yes.
I see. Okay, so do we know how much is it going to cost?
Well, the only thing is, I know we try to negotiate with the manufacturer for so many times, back and forth, but we only get 12% down. I think this is a really decent discount since we have this much talk. So guys, this one, the sample discount is 12, and for other benefits, you can chat with the manufacturer directly, especially for the OEM orders.
Great. Okay, cool. So we're ready to move on?
Yes, moving on to the next one. We don't really have samples in-house.
Yeah, sorry guys, so we are missing the samples for this one again, so I won't go through it in too much detail, but it is another lock from Finger Crystal, so the same manufacturer as that last lock and the same as this next one we're going to look at in a minute. So if you have any questions about this model, which is the E0202, do just let our team know and we can get in touch with you with some more details about those. So let's move on to the Bluetooth 4-in-1 lock here, sorry. So let's take a look at it. So the first thing I'm seeing here, I mean, we're going back to those leverless locks again. I'm curious what this is on the front here. What is it, a dial? Oh, I see. It's, I believe you can push it. Let's take a look. Oh, hang on. Oh, there we go. It's a twist. There we go. So we can see here that, I was wondering what that was. So we can stick a mechanical key in there as well. And like you've seen, and we've had questions asked in the group a lot of the times today, a lot of these locks that we do have come with a mechanical key. It's often just very nicely hidden. So I think that's a nice, smart touch for those smart locks.
And this board actually explains for itself. So this is the material, and this is the door thickness from 35 to 55 millimeters, and fingerprint app control for all the ways to unlock the smart door lock, right? And zoom into the back of this smart door lock, we can see the different types of open and keep it locked. And if you do remember that we asked, this one is definitely still not waterproof, but is it really important to have waterproof?
I think for me, I think it is. To have a waterproof smart door lock is pretty important if I'm putting it outside of my property, especially coming from the UK, where it rains a fair bit. Maybe not so much down here. But I guess from what I can understand here, that it's suitable for wooden doors with the thickness of that 35 to 55 millimeters, and it's also mostly suitable for the USA, Australia, and Southeast Asia, where that installation onto metal doors can be a bit more expensive.
Well, for this one, again, this is only 12% off for the samples, but we want your opinion on if waterproof or voice control is necessary for smart door locks. And if you want to place the order today, we can definitely connect you with the manufacturer directly and see what's the discount for the OEM orders. Let's move on to the next. We do have a lot of samples today.
So we're now moving on to another one of our fantastic suppliers and partner companies here called Blue Safe.
This is a heavy board.
I think it's the board that's heavy. I don't think it's the lock, but that does feel quite a heavy board there.
It's a solid piece of wood right here.
Not bad. So the first thing I'm looking at this one, guys, when we can spin it around for you, I'll try and do that slowly, is it's a lot wider and it's attached to this door, and there's a nice long lever as well. Also, when I'm looking at the front of this one, I can see, if you just look here, guys, this looks like, to me, like a facial recognition camera. So let's have a look at it.
Yes, this is actually a camera in the front, and this one supports 125 degrees. And normally speaking, the degree, the angle on the market is only 80. And this one gives you the whole distance from 1.2 meters up to 2 meters. So both of us can fit into this, as well as some of the keys. And do you want to try to ring the bell?
Sure, let's ring the bell for this one.
Well, our dear assistant, please open the door. Maybe.
There we go.
All right.
There we go, the door's unlocked. Thank you very much, Mr. Assistant. And then we look on the front here as well. Again, like we just mentioned in the last lock, we do have that mechanical key option here as well.
For sure, and as you can see, this is actually thicker than the ones that we see before, because this one have larger memory. When we are talking about larger memory, our assistant wants us to see.
You can see my beautiful face here.
Yeah.
If you can see coming from the camera on this has been recorded. So when I tried to get into the door, you can see that it takes a picture of my face, and that can be tracked onto your log. So if you have people trying to break into your property, this is a really solid option if you don't mind having that biometric collection like we spoke about earlier.
Very nice picture.
Delete that one, please.
You close your eyes. And with larger storage over here, normally speaking, the smart door lock can save up to 50 fingerprints and password, and this one can save 100. I just don't have that many people in my family. But if I'm renting my apartment out, or maybe I'm doing the Airbnb or rental business, I definitely need this one. And what else about this one is actually waterproof.
It is a waterproof lock then.
Yes,
Fantastic.
it's IP65 rating.
Perfect.
Well,
And samples?
Any samples?
Can we get samples of this one?
Oh, definitely. But this one is, you guys can't feel it, but this is very good quality over here. And we tried to talk to the manufacturer many times, but they wouldn't give us for free. Now the black version right here is $124, and the silver version is $136. And this one is applicable to Asian Pacific and European market. And with the video function, they did exhibitions overseas, and they got really good feedback. So if you guys are looking for something similar to this, then go ahead and make the request in our group chat.
Great.
All right, moving on to our very last sample in-house.
This is our last sample that we have with us today, guys. So
this is actually interesting.
Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Again, it's from that wonderful partner that we have, Blue Safe. So let's have a look through here. So what can I see with this one? I've heard some stories that there's some interesting functions coming this one, mainly being the virtual password. So what exactly does a virtual password mean here? Let's take a look. So that was the one. So with this one, what I find really interesting, they call it anti-peep. So for example, my password is 123456, but you're worried, similar at the bank ATM, that you have someone looking over your shoulder. What I can do is type in any long chain of one numbers, for example, 2468, then including 123456, then after that I can say 789 or 12, whatever, and then it will still recognize me. So it's called an anti-peeping password. Then on top of that, we have what we call an anti-pick alarm function. So essentially what's installed into the middle of here is a smart spring. And when that spring is triggered, it will automatically pop up and alarm the owner of the door.
There is one hidden thing over here. Can you find the mechanical key hole?
I'm guessing it's going to be on the front. So there it is.
It can be twisted both ways, so to the left and to the right. And so this one costs, black one for $114. That's very costly, and silver one $121. But with all the functions that you can see over here, especially looking to your market and to your targeted customer, what do they like? And this one you can offer a little bit different things. And just in case you guys get bored or is about to leave the webinar, let me remember you again what are the exclusive benefits over here. The first one is a catalog, and second one is our online support. And third one, we do have the raffle at the end of this webinar that you can get randomly $1,000 off on your OEM order. That's $1,000 in cash, guys.
Yeah, guys, stick around. There's literally probably about 10 more minutes left, and at the end of that 10 minutes, there is going to be $1,000 coupon coming. So I know you might want to go for your lunch or your dinner, wherever you are in the world, but do stick around. We have a bit more left, and then we have that raffle coming as well.
Well, send a message in the group chat and let us know you are still here.
Great, guys. So keep it coming, keep the messages coming, and we're going to start moving through. I'll flash through these ones since we don't have the samples with us. So we have a collection here of 3 different of those retrofit locks. Actually, we did have the sample for one. And then again, the logic with these retrofit ones is about having that minimalist look and that super easy installation. So again, these become really, really popular in those countries where there's a high labor cost, for example, to come and install the lock, which creates a really high barrier to entry for having a smart lock. And then also just for those people who aren't really sure if they want to make the full jump yet. And it's a really good middle ground. So let's take a look at those quickly before we move on. And then we look at the rim locks here. So let's take a look at the pros and cons of these. So as an auxiliary lock, the rim lock does help to improve the privacy of the home, and they have a subtle way to announce that there is someone coming into the room. They're also a really DIY friendly lock. The main disadvantage of these is that the lock body is exposed on the other side of the door, which might create a few safety risks. So let's take a look at those. Okay, and then moving on.
Well, for all the information about both for the trend analysis and all the sample display, you definitely want to know how to accelerate your smart business, right? Let's get it unfold. So there are 3 important, very typical steps for accelerate your smart business. The first one is definitely requires the right sample. You want to know what your country preferable and who your target customers are. So you want to request the correct sample, and then you want to place the OEM order or the mass production order. And when things are in process, you want to know when this can be delivered, and all the things at the same time you want to track, right? Just in case your money was missing, or you don't know that you are on a very urgent time frame. So how to track all of things? Let's move on to the next page. And the first one is you want to do an ID on each of the devices that you have, and that is like the ID we have per person. And you log into our IoT platform, create your own PID, and as long as you created those, you can, when people activate those devices, you can see. And how to track the activation data? There are actually 2 ways. The first one is just the normal user login. So when you log in, you can see the list of all the devices you have and which one is activated or not. But if you pay for our additional value-added service, then you can see a big discipline chart. It's very colorful, and it's easy to tell which, where, and the length of the device that is being used. So if you are not sure how to do it by yourself, you can message us, and we can just walk you through from logging to your account and then all the things. And other than that, so you already have the hardware yourself, how to make them smart, and if you own a brand, how to make it smart. The very first step is do a branded app. So with your name, let's say that this is Samantha, and I want to do my own app, and we definitely support that, and this is actually a very mature business for Tuya Smart. And there are 2 ways. First, if you don't have the developer group yourself, you can definitely go with our package, or you have but they are not capable enough, then you can do maybe launching onto iOS or Android system. Just click on the service and package we have over here. But all the things already, you want to sell them, right? Right now, the online shopping is very popular, so you can do the e-commerce way. And by e-commerce way, you can do 2 ways. The first one is Amazon or eBay, those platforms. And secondly, you can do independent website. But those things are included in our e-commerce services, like we do have the Amazon Green Channel, and we can do the Facebook or Google advertisement for you, and we can do the KOL marketing as well. So just mention the things that we can support. And more to come, just click on the link that is posted on the group chat right now and to see our value-added services. So why don't we just, since you are the expert for the residential, why don't you just give us a very brief summary of the things?
Yeah, sure, guys. So I'll be glad to quickly run you through the smart residential solution again. And I'm just going to kind of retouch on a point that we had a bit earlier in today's webinar, when we talk about that value proposition that we have, perhaps compared to some similar players in the market. So when we look at what we deliver, we kind of deliver value to you guys on 2 different levels, on what we call ROI, so return on investment, and beyond ROI. So this kind of comes back to the core as to why Tuya is a B2B solution provider. So generally, the majority of players existing in the market right now, their USP or their selling point to their property management clients is to do with ROI. So In other words, if you install a range of smart apartments into your property or smart hardware, how quickly will the payback time be on what you paid for? So the way they deliver that, and we can also do the same thing as well with our very similar platform, is firstly through damage reduction. So for example, by installing a range of sensors such as those for water leaks or floods, and making sure that you can respond to issues as soon as possible, so you reduce that cost spent on the damage on your property. The second is going to be in terms of those cost savings. So generally, as a lot of you may know, installing a range of smart devices across the board serves to increase the number of energy and staff cost savings within a building. So that's how they can deliver value there. And then finally, we talk about that ancillary revenue. So that talks about the idea of, okay, if I make my apartment smart, how much can I bump up the value by? And from what the research we've found is that the majority of consumers these days, and it's increasing, the majority of renters are beginning to demand a degree of smart technology. And to be honest with you, from what we see, that is starting with smart locks. So that's a really positive sign for you guys looking to get into the smart lock market. But anyway, to summarize that point, that is how we deliver the ROI to clients if you're looking to just save money on using this solution. But what's more exciting with working with Tuya is that we go beyond ROI. So what we do here, and I won't touch on all the details because we're pushing a bit for time, but what we do is we give you guys a platform to be resold and use as your own business model. So this means that you can have your own smart residential management solution that can manage all the smart locks, smart apartments, and other smart devices as your own business, and this can be sold to your clients or property managers, guys. So if you think that you have clients such as property managers or hotel owners as well that could benefit from this solution, please get in touch today, and I'd love to talk to you guys because we have a really interesting solution for you to take your business to the next level. So let's move on.
I'm just curious if you are going to be overbooked. I see the assistant posted your link again in the group chat.
Keep booking, guys. I don't mind.
Yeah. All right. Move on to the next slide. This is a huge reminder. We don't only have this smart door lock thing. We also have on January the 19th the smart sensor selection guide, and on February the 23rd we have smart healthcare and sports selection guide coming in. You can tell that we are speeding up because it's already an hour and 10 minutes. So, well, we do see a lot of questions over coming up when we are giving the presentation, but since we are running out of time, let's just skip this part.
Sure.
And if you do have additional information, just either message us right now and leave your contact, or you can send an email to vip@tuya.com. We'll just get back to you as soon as we see this. So remember the $1,000 we talked about?
Yes, guys, I'm sure you've all been waiting for this. We now have the prize draw for that $1,000 to be spent on Expo. So what's the details, Samantha? How can we get involved, and how do you win $1,000 here today?
Well, this is very popular actually nowadays to win the lottery. Just guys, reply 1 if you are still sticking with us right now in the group chat, and we are going to start the countdown from 5 to 0. So just
we'll give them a minute, guys. So just put the number 1 in the group for us, guys, and you have a good chance to win $1,000.
Steve, not high. Just type in 1. All right, 1 coming up, right?
Keep it coming, guys. I'm going to count down for you. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. I'm going to give you 10, 9.
Well, do you want to pull out the?
Oh, hang on. Yeah, let me pull it up. All right, you got more time, guys.
Our ruffle here. It's very colorful.
Right, guys. Can we see the screen here?
Just check. Can you see the screen over there? If you can't, we are just going to turn around the. All right, just in case we miss the counting here.
Okay, guys. Let me just spin my screen around. So can we zoom in here?
All right, we are counting from 10 to 1, right?
Yeah. So we'll count down. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's spin the wheel.
We were all right. Let's see what's the number here.
Okay, so the lucky number is 3, and that means the third person who put the number 1 into the group is going to be our lucky winner today of that $1,000. So do we have the third person? Can we get a name?
I think right now showing here is Adam Ross. Because Steve, you said hi, it doesn't count. Well, so the second one is Baojun.
So the number 3 is going to be the Adam Ross.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, guys. And Adam, please get in touch with the team, and you're going to get your $1,000 prize. So guys, I think that should wrap us up for today.
Yes.
Huge congrats and thank you to everyone who came and got involved today. That was an absolute pleasure for me and for Samantha as well, I'm sure.
Yes.
And that's been a really interesting run through of those solutions. So guys, if you're interested in getting and making your own smart lock brand or working with that smart residential solution, please feel free to message that team or book a meeting today and we'll be back in touch with you guys. So please do take care guys and look after yourselves, and thank you to the support team as well for everyone today. And I think we'll call it there. So thank you everybody.
Well, thank you. So see you next time. Bye.
Tuya Smart is a global IoT development platform that builds interconnectivity standards to bridge the intelligent needs of brands, OEMs,